ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपथकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांद राधा कांद नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी शबानुसुदे देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानंद माधवम श्री चैतन्यमीश्वरम योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसूक्तां सञ्जीवयति अखिल शक्तिधरस्सदाम्नां अन्यां च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणां नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। जयदं सुहृदो पङ्गोर्मम मन्दमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्य पादाम्बुजो राधामदनमोहनो तमादिदेवं करुणानिधानं तमालवर्णं सुहृदावतारम् अपार संसार समुद्र सेतुं भजामहे भागवत स्वरूपम्। परमानंद पाठाय प्रेम वर्षीय क्षराय दे सर्वदा सर्वसेव्याय श्रीकृष्णाय नमोस्तु मे। गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। हरे कृष्णा हरि ओम तत्सत्। So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, fourth chapter, 25th sloka onwards. स्त्री शूद्र द्विज बंधूनां त्रयीना श्रुति गोचरा कर्म श्रेयसि मूढ़ानां श्रेय एवं भवेदिहा इति भारतम आख्यानां कृपया मुनीनां कृतम्। हरि बोल। ओके सिनी माता जी।
श्रीशूद्र द्विजबन्धूनां त्रयीण श्रुति गोचरा कर्म श्रेयसि मूढानां श्रेय एवं भवेत् इह। हरे कृष्ण, हरि बोल। इति भारतम् आख्यानां कृपया मुनिना कृतम्।
वेरी गुड। ओके एंड जुबी माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण।
स्त्री शूद्रती च बिन्दूनां त्रयीणा श्रुति गोपचरा कर्म श्रेयसि मूढानां श्रेय एवं भावदिहा इति भारतमाख्यानं कृपया मुनिना कृतम्।
वंदना माता जी। हिंदी संस्कृत चाहिए? म्यूट ना है। यू आर ऑन म्यूट।
Oh, sorry, sorry. स्त्री शूद्र द्विज बंधूनां त्रयीणा श्रुति गोचरा कर्म श्रेयसि मूढानां श्रेय एवं भवेदिः इति भारतमाख्यानं श्रुत्या मुनिना कृतम्.
Very good. Okay, out of compassion, the great sage thought it wise that this would enable men to achieve the ultimate goal of life. Thus, he compiled the great historical narration called the Mahabharata for women, laborers, and friends of the twice. So, it is said here that out of compassion, because all are not on equal level. Okay, some are intelligent, some are less intelligent, some are unintelligent. Because of the different modes of material nature, we are influenced with. Some are in mode of goodness, some are in mode of passion, some are in mode of ignorance. So accordingly, our consciousness also differs from person to person, from varna to varna, from ashrama to ashrama. Okay? From different level of consciousness people are there. So here it is said, generally, those who are materialistic, okay? So we should not mistake the scriptures. So generally people think that women and the Shudras and other such people are less intelligent. They are less intelligent. Why? Because of the modes of material nature they are influenced with. Okay? That is one thing. Plus, their intelligence is less because they are not at par with intelligent class of people like Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, like that. And Shudras are also not given the Vedic teachings because they are not capable of understanding it. So that is the reason. Different level of intelligence people are there. So for the understanding of people who are in lower grade, out of compassion, the great sage, who? The great sage? Who is the great sage?
Vyasadeva.
Yes, Vyasadeva. He thought it wise that this would enable men to achieve the ultimate goal of life. So thus he compiled the great historical narration that's called Mahabharata. So this is called Itihasa, history. So this is not some mythology or mythology. This is actual history that took place millions and millions of years before. So these are all teachings to the lower level of class of people. So that they can also achieve the ultimate goal of life. So what's the purpose? What is the purpose?
To achieve the ultimate goal of life.
Yes.
To
The purpose of human life is to achieve the ultimate goal of life. So Vyasadeva wanted to give this facility to all classes of people, all from all walks of lives. It is not just restricted to only Brahmana class. It is to everyone in whichever consciousness, whichever modes they are in. So everyone should get an opportunity to come to the ultimate goal of life. That is, what is the ultimate goal of life as per Srimad Bhagavatam?
Goloka Vrindavana or
I can't hear you, Manaji.
to reach Goloka Vrindavana or
Yes.
to escape from the cycle of birth and death.
Yes, that is initially that. But ultimate goal of life is
To
To
reach
get a
Vishnu
prema.
Krishna Prema. Yes,
Krishna.
Krishna Prema. That is ultimate. Okay, initially we say, I want liberation. Liberation is possible even when we are living. Okay, some people mistakes that liberation is possible only after death. No. When we are, out of material life, when we are totally 24/7, Krishna conscious, we are already liberated. Okay, there are so many saintly personalities, liberated saintly personalities, even living now. Prabhupada was an example, living example, isn't it? He was a liberated person. He was not conditioned by the modes of material nature. He was not living as per his karma. He was not doing any activities as per the previous karmic rate. He was a liberated person living just few years back, 50 years back, 60 years back. So liberation is not just after death. Even when we are living, if we are fully Krishna conscious, we are liberated. So that is initially we people, yeah, I want to just out of the material miseries. So that's liberation. But ultimate goal of life is to get Krishna prema, to serve him uninterruptedly, unmotivated, uninterrupted devotional service. So that's the ultimate goal of life. So thus he compiled the great historical narration called the Mahabharata for women, laborers, and friends of the twice born. Who are the friends of the twice born?
Brahmanas who are not following the actual Brahmanical method.
Yeah, Brahmanas who are not following the Brahmanical culture. They are the friends of the twice born. Twice born means Dvijabandhu. Those who are Brahmanas, real Brahmanas. So those who are not following, they are called friends, Dvijabandhu. Friends of twice born. So because Mahabharata depicts so many historical events and it is presented in such a way in a storyline, easy for us to understand. The people like us, Shudras, women, laborers, friends of the twice born. So don't think that only women and Shudras, we're all Shudras. Okay. Why? Because those are all doing some job for money. They're all categorized in the Shudra only. So in the material world, in the age of Kali, we'll find Shudras only. You will not find the pure Brahmanas. You will not find the pure Kshatriyas. You will not find the pure Vaishyas. So most of the people are Shudras or even lower than Shudras. Irrespective of whether they are born in a Brahmanical family or Kshatriya family or Vaishya family, they're all mostly categorized as Shudras because their dealings are such. Although born in higher classes family. So one should know I am born in a Brahmanical family, so I'm, very high class. We should not be puffed up. Yes, it's a good opportunity to be born in a Brahmanical family, but to follow the Brahmanical culture, that is really what is, considered. Not that just taking birth in a Brahmanical family, but to live like a Brahmana, to live a Brahmanical life, that is important. So the friends of twice born families are those who are born in the families of Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas. So not only the Brahmanical family, because the twice born can be either of the three categories, Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishyas. They all are undergoing the Upanayana Samskara, all the three categories of people. Brahmanas, Kshatriya, and Vaishyas, they have the thread, sacred thread. But out of that, Brahmanas are on the higher level. Or the spiritually cultured families, but who themselves are not equal to their forefathers. Such descendants are not recognized as such for want of purificatory achievements. So this is a purificatory process. Upanayana Samskara. Okay, the thread giving ceremony. So this is a samskara, one of the samskara. The samskara that purify our existence. So the purificatory activities begin even before the birth of a child. What is that? That's called Garbhadana Samskara. So the samskara starts even before the child is born. So that's called Garbhadana Samskara. To conceive the child, a Krishna conscious child, we perform the Garbhadana Samskara. One who has not undergone such Garbhadana Samskara or spiritual family planning is not accepted as being an actual twice born family. So generally, devotees and people of that higher category undergo the spiritual samskara called Garbhadana Samskara, by which they will get a Krishna conscious devotee child. Others, if they don't do that according to their karma, they will get it. Okay, they may get a good child, they may not get a good child, according to their karma. But even if they have some bad karma, if they undergo this process, by the mercy of Supreme Lord, they will get a good child. If you take up this process, if you take up devotional practice, definitely, all our reactions will start diminishing. Even some people may argue, okay, if everything is according to our karma, why should I do it? Yes, some are according to karma, that is our destiny. Some are according to our present actions, that is our choice. So our life is a combination of destiny, that is karma, and choices. What I'm doing now, that matters in my next life. So that choice is mine. It is not destiny. Destiny may be to get a beating from somebody to whom I have not done anything. Okay, if I react to that, I will complicate more in karma. Just tolerate that I am due to get this due to some past karma. Tolerate and just forget it, leave it and go. I am not accruing or accumulating more karma on that action. So just tolerate it. That is my choice. Okay. Destiny is to get a slap from someone to whom I have not done anything. But it was due because of some karma which I have done in the past. So the choice is to react to it or not to react to it. That is in my hand. That's not destiny. Isn't it? So samskara, even though I have some bad karma from my past lives, if I take up the devotional life, if I take up the devotional processes, so all these karmas will get diminished. So the first samskara, even before the birth of the child, is garbhadana samskara, or spiritual family planning, is not accepted as being an actual twice born family. The garbhadana samskara is followed by other purificatory processes, out of which the sacred thread ceremony is one, upanayana samskara. Okay, this is usually done in the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya community, in the younger age, at the age of 8, 10, 12 and all. So this is performed at the time of spiritual initiation. Now, when we take oath, when we accept a spiritual master, okay, when we follow all the devotional practices, even later stage also, we get this sacred ceremony and sacred thread. So after this particular samskara, one is rightly called twice born. One birth is calculated during the seed giving samskara. The second birth is calculated at the time of spiritual initiation. One who has been able to undergo such important samskaras can be called a bona fide twice born. So he is called Dvija, not Dvijabandhu, but Dvija, twice born. Okay, one who has been able to undergo such important samskaras can be called bona fide twice born. If the father and the mother do not undertake the process of spiritual family planning and simply beget children out of passion only, their children are called Dvijabandhus. These Dvijabandhus are certainly not as intelligent as the children of the regular twice-born families. The Dvijabandhus are classified with the Shudras and the women class, who are by nature less intelligent. Shudras and the women class do not have to undergo any samskara, save and except the ceremony of marriage. So the Shudras and the women class, they don't usually undergo any samskaras except the ceremony of marriage, Vivaha Samskara. That is done by everybody. Some rituals are done, isn't it? Everybody, irrespective of which category, which class they belong to, whether Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya or Shudra. Okay. They undergo this one particular samskara throughout. Nowadays, that's also gone because of the influence of the Kali Yuga. Okay. Living in together, all those. People are thinking that's very advanced, but they are going, the advancement is the opposite direction. So the less intelligent classes of men, namely women, Shudras, and unqualified sons of the higher class caste, are devoid of necessary qualifications to understand the purpose of transcendental Vedas. So that is the reason generally in the olden days, people of less intelligent people, those who are less intelligent are not Vedic literatures. To understand Vedas, one should be intelligent. One should be intelligent. Now, just even the philosophical treatise, the philosophies, the ordinary people will not understand. It's very difficult. Stories, yes, they understand. That's why Mahabharata, Ramayana, these are all idihasas in a storyal way. So the principles and the tattva, the philosophy, is taught through storytelling. This. So for them, the Mahabharata was prepared. The purpose of the Mahabharata is to administer the purpose of the Vedas. And therefore, within this Mahabharata, summary Veda of Bhagavad Gita is placed. So Bhagavad Gita is part of the Mahabharata. It is in the Bhishma Parva, this Bhagavad Gita. So through these stories, through these histories, the message of Bhagavad Gita is also taught. The less intelligent are more interested in stories than in philosophy. So as explained, the less intelligent people will not be able to understand the intricacies of the philosophical treatise. So they are taught through stories. So children, we are telling stories. Through stories, we will teach them the characters, the different manners and everything, isn't it? We cultivate our children through stories. We don't train them straight away the philosophical aspect of it. Through stories only, we educate them. Good manners, culture, all these things. So Vyasadeva and Lord Krishna are both on the transcendental plane, and therefore they collaborated in doing good to the fallen souls of the age. So both Vyasadeva and Lord Krishna are on the platform of Satchidananda, transcendental. So for the benefit of people in the age of Kali especially, they're all conditioned souls, fallen souls, because we think that this material life is everything, all in all. And this is for our enjoyment. So just to upgrade ourselves from the lower platform to the higher platform, he has given us all these literatures. Vyasadeva is compiled, he is put in record for our benefit. So it is the first book of the spiritual values, as the Upanishads are. The Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all Vedic knowledge. It is the first book of spiritual values, as the Upanishads are. The Vedanta philosophy is a subject matter for study by the spiritual graduates. Only the postgraduate spiritual student can enter into the spiritual or devotional service of the Lord. It's a great science, and the great professor is the Lord himself in the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And persons who are empowered by him can initiate others in the transcendent loving service of the Lord. So Lord Krishna, in the age of Kali, for the benefit of people like us, he came in the form of a devotee to teach what Krishna wanted to teach to Arjuna. Same thing. It's not different. Therefore, the line of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the same line of Lord Krishna. Whatever Krishna wanted to teach us through Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, the same teachings are given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by teaching us Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So it's a postgraduate spiritual student. It's a study of postgraduate spiritual student, Srimad Bhagavatam. And persons who are empowered by him. That means the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can initiate others. Initiate means, what is it? What's the meaning of initiation?
Starting, Prabhu, starting.
Yeah, we are just taking admission into this. Just to initiate, start. So don't think that, oh, I am initiated by so-and-so guru, so I become a pure devotee. No, we have a long way to go. Just a beginning. Just a beginning. So initiation means starting, beginning only. That means we have joined the club, spiritual club. We have just joined the spiritual club. That's it. Others, they have not joined it. That's the only difference between non-initiated and initiated devotees. Now it is our duty to follow the rules and regulations as given in the Shastras. Then slowly and gradually we will become pure devotee. So initiate means to begin. So followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can admit students into the spiritual club. That is initiation. Others cannot. Why? Because they are following Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings. They are capable of admitting students. They are followers. They can, not others. Okay. So, any questions or any comments on this? Hmm? I think we'll go to the next verse, 26. Evam pravrityasya sada bhutanam shreyasi dujam sarvatmakena api yada natusyad dridayam tadha. Okay, please recite all of you one by one.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, little down. हाँ, okay. एवं हाँ, ओके. एवं प्रवर्ते तदा भूतानां श्रेयसी द्विजा सर्वात्मकेनापि यदा नातुष्यद्धियं ततः. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna.
Thanks, Krishna.
Evam pravartat sarvaatmakenapi teda natushyadrayam tada.
Haribol, Sini Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण एवं प्रवर्तस्य सदा भूतानां श्रेयसी द्विजा सर्वात्मकेनापि यदा न दुष्यात् हृदयं तथा.
Translation. O twice born Brahmanas, still his mind was not satisfied, although he engaged himself in working for the total welfare of. So, who is telling whom? Twice born Brahmanas. Who are they?
The rishis assembled.
Yes, exactly. And who is telling?
um, um,
व्यासदेव प्रभु.
Who is that? Siddha Goswami. Yes, Siddha Goswami.
हाँ, वो श्री प्रभु स्वामी.
Okay. Siddha Goswami is telling the rishis headed by Shaunaka, in where where this Vartalab, this conversation or this pravachan is going on?
Naimasharya.
Naimisharanya. Twice born Brahmana, still his mind was not set. Whose mind? Whose mind was not satisfied?
Vyasadeva.
Yes, Vyasadeva's mind was not satisfied. Although he engaged himself in working for the total welfare of all people, he was not satisfied. Although he was engaged in devotional activities, but he was not satisfied. Why? Let's see. Okay. Sri Vyasadeva was not satisfied with himself. See, when we suppose an author, okay, he writes a novel or a story, then he read himself and no, it's not up to the standard. I'm not satisfied. I should do well. Even okay, as we are all good cook, you prepare some nice dish, then after that you taste, no, it's not up to the standard. I should improve it. Don't you feel like that sometimes? Similarly, here Vyasadeva is a scholar. Okay, he has compiled all this Vedic literature. So even after compiling all this, he was not satisfied. No, this is not up to the mark. This is not what I wanted. I want to give something more. So he was dissatisfied. So Sri Vyasadeva was not satisfied with himself. He was feeling incomplete. Some incompleteness. He was not at all satisfied. Although he had prepared literatures of Vedic value for all around welfare of the general mass of people. He has done for the benefit, for the welfare of all people, general mass of people. It was expected that he would be satisfied by all such activities, but ultimately he was not satisfied. He was not at all satisfied. Although he has compiled all these Vedic literatures, which is for the benefit of general mass of people, but he was not satisfied. Let's see why. Nati prasida dhridaya saraswatyastatu chau vitarkayan viviktastha idam chovacha dharmaved. Okay, Jubi Mataji.
Nayi prasithradaya sarasotyastadesu chau vitarkayan viviktasta idam shovaja dharmavil.
Very good, Sini Mataji.
Nadi prasida hridaya saraswatyastade shujau vitarkayan viviktasta idam ko chovaja dharmavid.
Very good. Vandana Mataji.
नाति प्रसीद धृदया सरस्वत्यास्तटेषु च वितर्कयन् विविक्तस्थ इदं चोवाच धर्मवित्.
Very good. Thus, the sage, being dissatisfied at heart, at once began to reflect because he knew the essence of religion and he said within himself. So he started to reflect, why am I not satisfied? Even though I have done a lot, I have compiled so many literatures, the 108 Upanishads for Vedas, Itihasas, and Puranas. Why am I not satisfied? He started to introspect. What's the reason? He knew the essence of religion because he is the Shakti Avesha avatar of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Later incarnation. He knew everything, but still he was not complete, was not satisfied within his heart. So the sage began to search out the cause of not being satisfied. What's the reason? He wanted to know, he started searching out the reason for not being satisfied. Perfection is never attained until one is satisfied at heart. So when we'll get the perfection, till the time we don't get the perfection, satisfaction at heart, we'll not have perfection. This satisfaction of heart has to be searched out beyond matter. Now, this is, you have to understand. This satisfaction of heart has to be searched out beyond matter. What do you understand from this? It's a lot of inner meaning in this. Sini Mataji, what do you understand by this statement, by this sentence? The satisfaction of heart has to be searched out beyond matter. What Prabhupada wants to convey here? Whatever you understood.
You have to look deep into your mind. Is it?
And I didn't get you, Maji.
Is it that Vyasadeva has to look deep into his mind?
Yeah, sure. He was doing that. But what exactly Prabhupada meant by this particular sentence? This satisfaction of heart has to be searched out beyond matter, stress beyond matter.
Yes, spiritually.
Yes. Okay. Search spiritually. But it's a vague answer. You have to elaborate it.
How the soul can be satisfied.
No, I'll explain to you.
Okay.
So far, whatever he has done, Traigunya, Vishaya, Pumsa, Nisraigunya, Bhavarjuna, within the three modes of material nature. It's all how we can live a good life materially. Okay? So all what he has compiled, the Upanishads, the Itihasas, the Puranas, everything teaches four things. Purusharthas. What are those? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So people seldom reaches the last moksha because we are stuck Dharma, Artha, Kama. Most of the people. We are following Dharma for what? Artha, for Artha. When we get Artha, we want Kama. Very few people will get satisfied with Kama. Okay. So although Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, people are stuck in these three. So this is taking us around again and again in the same circle. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. Okay. So that's why Prabhupada is giving us this very punching statement. Satisfaction of heart has to be searched out beyond matter. These are all within the matter. We are, going higher, lower, higher, middle, lower, again, middle, higher, again, like this. Within the universe, we are going up and down. Sometimes we are very rich, we are very opulent, we are very famous, we are very, handsome or beautiful. Sometimes we are very poor, sometimes we are very ugly looking, sometimes we don't have any knowledge. Like that, we are going up and down in this universe, depending upon our karma. But we have to get out of this universe. So that's why we have to search out beyond matter. We have to go to that realm, not within the three modes of material nature. We have to go beyond the modes of material nature to the pure mode of goodness. So even within this Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, even the moksha is impersonal liberation. That is also as good as matter only. One has to even transcend the impersonal liberation and go to the spiritual world where we can serve the Supreme Lord, without any interruption, without any motivation, unalloyed devotional service. Krishna Prema. So this is what Prabhupada means here. So we will not be satisfied till such time that we go out of the matter, we have to be transcendental. Transcendental means beyond the three modes of material nature. Beyond the three modes of material nature. Not even Sattva-guna. Sattva-guna is also will bind you to this material world. Brahmanas are generally in the Sattva-guna. So even if we are, in the category of Brahmanas, we are still in this material world. We cannot go out of the material world. So we have to search out beyond the matter. That's what Prabhupada, gives this line, punching line. So Vyasadeva had done the same thing. Vyasadeva had given all the things so that they can be well situated in this material world, following the scriptural injunctions, situate themselves in the mode of goodness, but that's not enough. One has to transcend. To transcend the three modes of material nature, one has to go beyond the Purusharthas. That is called Panchama Purushartha, Krishna Prema. Got it? That's what here Prabhupada mentions, that it's all again by the will of the providence. Srimad Bhagavatam has to be spoken by Vyasadeva. It has to be compiled by Vyasadeva, which is not within the category of any of the mode. It is transcendental mode. What is transcendental mode? Pure mode of goodness. So those who follow now this is what you call prelude to compiling the Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so this is the reason that he has to compile Srimad Bhagavatam, which is called Amala Purana. What is Amala Purana means? Mala means contamination. Amala means not contaminated. So what is the contamination here? All others are in one sense contaminated within the three modes of material nature. So in all other literatures, you will find all the activities that are meant for the people in the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. But in Srimad Bhagavatam, we will not find these three. So that contamination of three modes of material nature is not there in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So those who study Srimad Bhagavatam, follow Srimad Bhagavatam, perform the activities as per the principles of Srimad Bhagavatam, go beyond the three modes of material nature, situate themselves in pure mode of goodness, and will be eligible to get Krishna Prema and go back home, back to Godhead. So this is the inner meaning of this satisfaction of heart has to be searched out beyond matter. Got it? So, any questions or any comments? So next 28, 29 we'll take next class. Vancha kalpata rubhesha kripa sindhu bhevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta kodi vaishnavadi ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Gop Premanande. Hare Krishna.